Hey everyone, it's Jamie Zebra 23. So I wasn't going to post this, but it keeps coming out in my cards. I'm in between readings right now, so I felt like I should post this. This is what has been coming out in the cards. This is what I'm picking up. Somebody is really upset. Like somebody really thought that this month of October you were going to be a goner. Somebody thought now that the veil is so thin, we're so close to Halloween that they were going to, you would have something horrendous, horrific would have happened to you by now. Somebody, so the fact that this is not working out for them, it's causing them to, it's causing them to take it too far. So they were so convinced that they would be able to do this, that, or the third to you. They were so convinced that their plan would work. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now that, if you want to click off now, you can, but this is not going to be this is going to be, some pretty serious stuff we're going to talk about real quick. So if you cannot handle things, like, don't listen. If you have an issue with like paranoia, if you have, some other issues that could push you over, don't watch this video, please. Yeah. So whoever this person is, they have very low self-esteem. Their envy and inferior towards you stems from deep-rooted childhood wounds. This person has a lot of personal problems. This could be a person or several people. It says causing you to act out of character, irrational, emotional mood swings. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is them. They're having the fact that they couldn't carry out something is having like a big impact on them. They're saying weird things. They're wanting to do weird things. They will play victim once they know they're losing. So they're crying to everybody saying, collective did this to me and that to me, and they're just going to get away with it. So they can't stand to see you shine. So for some of you, it's your money-making ability. For some of you, it's other abilities. Maybe some of you have just finished school or you're going to be graduating this year. Maybe some of you are pregnant right now. Maybe some of you just had a baby. Maybe you guys are engaged, you just got married, or you're just minding your own damn business trying to live your life. Whatever your scenario is, it's causing this person to snap. This person do you guys remember back in the day, I think it was in the 90s, that school teacher that convinced those young boys to harm her husband because she was lying and saying that her husband was so terrible and she was afraid of him and she just wanted, the house and didn't want to have to go through a divorce and whatnot. She just wanted, so it's giving me that kind of a vibe. Like, if this person isn't trying to convince people who are younger than them to commit a crime against you, they could be trying to convince somebody who's a little bit slow, somebody who's not very smart, such as Gypsy Rose and that poor young man. Gypsy Rose had yes, her mother was terrible, but Gypsy Rose, she was a mastermind, right? That boy, he was so severely mentally handicapped, the boy didn't even know if he was coming or going. So somebody could be using somewhat, either young people that are naive, or they could be trying to, so they're recruiting. So they could be trying to recruit young people that are naive or adults that are naive to try to do their dirty work. But they're doing this based on claiming that they are a victim. So because they tried every spiritualist they could, they've done everything. They've made every phone call they could make. They've done it all, and there's been no effect. Like in fact, it seems as though you've been raised up higher. So now they're trying to figure out, okay, if I can't take them out this way, if I can't take them out that way, there's only one way to do it. But see, they're too cowardly to do it themselves. So that's why they have to play victim and recruit others. And then we have organized crime. Yeah, so they're trying to recruit other people for this. a male. This could be a male that they're trying to recruit, or it's a male trying to recruit others. Inside. Wooded area. Yeah, could be a couple involved. Yeah, they're trying to recruit someone to physically harm you. Yeah, you know too much about someone. They wouldn't even be able to come near you because they would get in trouble. Yeah, whoever this, okay, now collective. Okay, this is not good. This is somebody you already know. Like this, whoever this person is, you may have already had issues with whoever this person is, but like that was could have been like a long time ago, could have been 5 years ago. This could be like an ex-husband, an ex-wife that like you thought finally moved on. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. This is somebody that you know. They know that they can't go near you because they'll get in trouble. Like whoever this is, they know like, okay, they're level-headed enough to know the consequences. So they know that they cannot come into close proximity to you because they'll be caught and arrested. This person is saying neighborhood, couple in the neighborhood, wooded area, male, inside organized crime. So a couple could be being pulled into the drama. Somebody's being pulled into this because the person's playing victim. They're saying, oh my God, you don't understand what collective's doing to me, what they did to me. So they could be accusing you of everything that they do. So this could be a situation where somebody's trying to say collective, it's, you did this. You like, collective's hurting me, collective's bothering me, but that's all the stuff that they did. Also, somebody, you keep outing someone. You keep like outing someone. So somebody could be trying to play victim, but every time you speak or every time somebody asks you about it, you show proof. You've got receipts. You have receipts. So it's hard for them to keep up with their lies. They have to explain why they were at the places they were at when they were there, when supposedly you were the problem. So this is the vibe. So it's like, okay, let's say you work with someone and you're in a cubicle that's on the other side of the office. They have no reason to be near your cubicle, but they keep going to HR saying that you're bullying them and you won't leave them alone. But the cameras catch them at your cubicle. They're always at your okay, if you're afraid of collective, why do you keep having to walk across the entire floor to get over to their cubicle? I thought you said you were being bullied by collective. Why are you constantly at their cubicle? If you're afraid of collective, why are you at their cubicle? Again and again and again and again. So it's like a vibe like that. If collective is so dangerous and so scary and so this, why are you constantly at their office door? Why are you constantly at their house? Why are you constantly at their job? Why are you constantly sitting next to, like, for what? So yeah, so whoever this person is, they're so angry because their lies are outed. Like none of it makes any sense. When you say it, it makes all the sense, but when they say it, there's things that just don't add up. So there's somebody here that sees that you've overcome whatever they've thrown at you a million ways. So now they're so fed up that they feel like the only way to make you stop talking or to make you stop thriving is to make you not here anymore. But they got to do it, they can't do it spiritually. So they would have to make this thing happen physically. So they're trying to, I feel like they recruited somebody, but then the person backed out. The person backed out and said, nah, I don't think, life in prison is the, would look good on me. I don't think it would look good on me. And what's so wild is I feel like maybe the parents of these young people, I don't think that they know that these young people are associating with this person or these people that are trying to recruit them. I think that they don't know this. Watch who your kids are hanging out with, collective. You know, you might think they're having a sleepover, but really they're hanging out with weirdos that are trying to recruit them to commit crimes. So just pay attention to where your kids are. Remember that commercial back in the day? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? So collective, you know, it's whatever o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? You know, keep track of your children. Because it's showing here somebody's trying to recruit them for some pretty nasty stuff. Yeah, pay attention, because the next time you see your kids, they could be behind bars doing life. Because somebody's trying to get someone to do the worst. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Yep, they're trying to recruit them to do some dirty work. Okay. Like whoever that's trying to recruit, it's giving like, so I don't know what, I'm not picking up what race the person is, but you know, like the Karens, do you remember the Victoria's Secret Karen that threw herself on the ground and pretended to have a seizure? And then the girl in the park saying that she's afraid of the black dude with the bird. Or he was a bird watcher. No, he was a bird watcher. It's like giving that, like she's like crying to people, and he or she is crying to people, having convulsions, pretending to be shaking, like she could be holding like a glass and she's like shaking the glass and there's drink spilling out of the side of it because she's shaking. Collective, I am so afraid of collective. It's like that kind of vibe. To where like the drink is spilling and flying out of, yeah, somebody's doing the most. I feel like they're doing this right now. I feel like they did this last night. They're doing it right now, and they're going to continue to do these theatrics until they receive the outcome that they're seeking. Collective ruined my life. Collective's doing this. You know, like legit, some of you, maybe you've only even said good morning to this person. Maybe you literally, like, you don't know this person. Like, you may have said, like, good, like, you know how when, I mean, I don't know in other places, but typically in the United States, if we see people, we say good morning and we say hello, right? Like, you may have just, like, out of just, you know, normalcy, common courtesy, manners, saw someone and said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and you walked away. This, like, you don't even know this person. Like, maybe you don't even recall this person. It could be as crazy as this. This could be somebody that you don't talk to, of course, somebody that you had, you know, history with in the past. But for some of you, this is somebody you barely know. And they're like accusing you of everything. Like they're telling people these, like each time they tell it, it's like a wilder story. Like somebody could be saying, collective caused me to lose my home. Collective caused me to lose my car. Collective caused my person to leave me. My kids are failing in school because of collective. We have no groceries in the fridge because of collective. I look like Quasimodo because of collective. Like whatever this is. I'm not a doctor because of collective. I've never gone to school a day in my life. But I'm not a doctor because of like absurdities. Like just like do what now? What? What happened? Now let's see what else. Okay, so we got the Queen of Staves here, we got the Ace of Swords, and we got the Knight of Cups. expect for a crooked fire sign to hit you up. So, okay, somebody needs some detailed information on you, collective. They need to know where you are, where you live, where you work. They need personal information to be able to send someone to come harm you. For some of you, they do know where you are. But for those of you that this is for, it's saying like you know this. Like you could have had a dream about it. Maybe you're a reader yourself. You already know. You already know what the game plan is and you're ready. So that's not, yeah, so most of you already know. But there is somebody who's going to be trying to send people to try to get personal information on you so that they can send someone to come harm you. So someone could be like working really, really hard to make this happen. Like to dig for information. So if people out of the blue start asking you personal questions, don't answer anything. So we got the Page of Swords, we got the Six of Coins, and we got the Page of Coins. Somebody could, so these young people that they're trying to recruit, they could be trying to give them like $50 to commit a crime that will land them in the penitentiary for the rest of their life. Yeah, they could be trying to pay them in like beer. They could be trying to pay them in cigarettes. Yeah, they're going to end up in jail. They're going to end up in prison for $50 or a pack of cigarettes or a 6-pack of beer. Probably used beer. When I say used, I mean like somebody drank the beer and then like filled it up with water and then put the cap back on. For a pack of used tampons. Somebody's going to destroy their life for that or attempt to destroy their life for that. Yeah. Yeah, this person would have to be developmentally delayed or it's a young person that just doesn't know any better. What I'm getting is what the strongest energy I'm getting here is like using people that they believe are below them. Because I feel like whoever this person is, they've been trying to go at this for a while, trying to recruit, but like people, like some of the people that they've tried to recruit, they have critical thinking skills. And they're like, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. But wait a minute, but you said, how is that possible if this and that was going on? But wait a minute, I was over there when that happened and I didn't see that happen. And then the person claiming to be the victim would go, oh, you're already on their side. Oh, you're working with them against me. You know, they would try to turn it around and play victim. Yeah. So collective, be careful because somebody's planning something. Just watch your back because somebody is in full force, desperate, trying to recruit people. Reading specials are $25. I offer same-day readings and a $10 one question, one answer via email only. I also offer same-day readings, a $10 one question, one answer via email only. I also have 2 other channels, Missing in Action Tarot and Jamie Zebra 23 Tarot. If you guys want to go over there, like, share, subscribe, and comment, that'd be super duper lovely. I do have spell work on the second page of my only website, jamiezebra23.com. Yep. Okay, so here's what's up. Somebody feels like they made another mistake with you or they didn't get what they want with you again. So we got the Temperance card here, the 4 of Coins in the reverse, and the Hierophant. So collective, this is like literally saying that somebody's going to stop paying a spiritualist because it's not working. They feel like, you know, it doesn't work. So why would they? And now they're going to try to take matters into their own hands and manipulate somebody else into doing something physical. So just, I've already told you guys this several times now in the reading. So just be careful. It did, you know, keywords, male, and then it also said couple. So I don't know if this is like a poly couple, like, you know, they allow randoms into their bed, into their marital bed. This could be like, you know, somebody who's in a marriage, but maybe they're broken up with their person. This could be a situation where it's a married couple that's being recruited to get involved with this drama. Either way, there's a couple involved and a male. So a man and a woman and like a male, another male. There's something going on here. All right, guys, jamiezebra23.com to top for now. Love you long time. Oh, I go live every night from 9 p.m. Central Time Zone to 10:30 p.m. Central Time Zone. Join me.